Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the most important personalities in history. He is recognized as a brilliant military strategist and a French statesman with enormous influence. Through his military campaigns, Napoleon conquered a huge empire. With him, France established itself as a superpower after going through the turbulent period of the French Revolution. But even Napoleon had quirks and oddities. His life was marked by curious and somewhat comic situations. For example, did you know that there is a rumor that Napoleon was afraid of cats? As a child, Napoleon was reportedly violently attacked by a cat, but there is little evidence to support this claim. But being such a common rumor, it is interesting. Napoleon was proud of his hands. He liked the fact that they were soft, and he took very good care of his nails. People said his hands were fat and beautiful. His knuckles had dimples like a baby's, and beautifully slender fingers. Some people said that his hands resembled a woman's. He never wore gloves, except when he was on horseback, but even then the gloves were in his pocket. One of the strangest episodes in Napoleon's life was when the French emperor was attacked by a frenzied horde of rabbits. This probably happened in July 1807, after Napoleon had signed the treaties of Tilsit. This ended the war between the French Empire and the Imperial Russia. To celebrate, the emperor proposed a rabbit hunt, something very common at that time. A large number of rabbits were gathered in a predetermined field. When Napoleon and his generals stood by, the hunt began. But something strange happened that day. The rabbits did not run away in fear. Instead, they leaped toward Napoleon and his men. Hundreds of fluffy bunnies attacked the most powerful man in the world. Napoleon abandoned the hunt and took refuge in his carriage until the mad horde of rabbits was brought under control. Napoleon was known for his seriousness and strict temperament, but behind that facade was a sentimental and romantic man. He wrote love letters and a 17-page romantic novella entitled Clisson et Eugénie, a fictional account of the doomed love between a soldier and his beloved, written in 1795. Napoleon also published his memoirs and wrote a book about the life of Julius Caesar. One of Napoleon's less endearing habits was his tendency to hum. The emperor sang poorly and annoyed the people closest to him, although they could not protest loudly. He would out of tune hum a 15-minute tune over and over again. When he didn't want to hear anyone or got agitated, he would walk around singing. He was so out of tune that no one could identify the song. The famous Germanic composer Beethoven admired Napoleon greatly, even in his early years as first consul after overthrowing the previous government. When he began to work on his Third Symphony, Beethoven claimed to feel inspired by Napoleon's heroic deeds and democratic ideals. However, in 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France, and Beethoven lost all respect for him. The composer realized that Napoleon was abusing his power to oppress other people and nations. The Third Symphony was titled Eroica, but in a later letter, Beethoven admitted that the original title of the symphony was Bonaparte.